We will provide a contact list of, for your agencies of our underwriters and our service reps at Stuckey Company that can help you with any questions. You are in listen-only mode, but we want to hear from you. And so if we don't get to your question during the webinar, we will definitely answer it by phone or email afterwards. So first, I guess to continue, Stuckey Company is an insurance MGA. That's a managing general agent, and we manage specialty programs. These are our 9 specialty programs that are listed here. Safety Tech is a insurance program for the technology industry. It's one of our largest programs. Harbor Guard is an insurance program for marinas and boat dealerships that we've had since the beginning of Stuckey Company in 1991. We have an insurance program for architects and engineers called Aspire A&E. We have a program called MPL, just stands for Miscellaneous Professional Liability. We have a surplus lines program for anything that falls outside of the commercial lines business. So if it doesn't, if we can't handle it on the admitted side, we can handle it on the surplus line side many times. The Servicer Pro is an insurance program for the appliance repair industry, Element for the green energy industry, and then we have 2 standard, more broad programs that we manage. One for personal lines, which is home, auto, boat, and we also do high value home, as well as commercial lines, BOP, comp, auto, bonds, EPLI, D&O, all that type of thing.
Auto physical damage, broad forms named insured, and primary non-contributory verbiage. I know that the slide looks really busy. It's going to be included within the email that Dwight sent you following this session. The thing that you want to remember is that the Hartford's auto broad form includes 19 additional coverages, and it's free, and it's automatically attached to every auto policy that we issue. So now we're going to discuss a little bit of our latest features. The Hartford is rewarding safe decisions. Based on the VIN of an auto, our system will credit the vehicles that have anti-lock brakes, anti-theft devices, and electronic stability control. In addition, if the small business owner uses telematics tracking devices, they're eligible for an additional 5% on their auto with the Hartford. Our claim-free rewards safety-first behavior. Under the Hartford's new auto offering, the first accident will not impact rating or pricing if a customer is claim-free for the prior 3 years. We are also providing fender-bender forgiveness. The premium will not be impacted by those claims that are under $1,000. This piece applies to both new business and renewals. And I'm super excited to announce that the Hartford is offering a paid-in-full discount on our auto. It is a 10% premium discount. As a reminder, the business owner can still place their BOP and their work comp on installment plans and apply paid-in-full to their auto. So let's recap some of the key benefits to your customers. They'll be recognized and rewarded for safety. They'll realize premium savings. There's no penalty for accidents after being claim-free for 3 years. Fender-bender forgiveness for claims that are under $1,000, and 1 less bill if they take advantage of the paid-in-full discount. And so what are the key benefits for our agencies? Our system automatically gives credits based on a VIN number. No other carrier is offering the discounts for telematics tracking, and customers will appreciate the savings in their premiums. So let's move on to our convenient service options. Surveys show that 38% of small business owners say that time is their most important asset. My guess is the rest of the small business owners didn't have time to answer the question. If you're a small business owner, time is your friend, your enemy, and your most precious asset. No one is more aware of that than the Hartford. Using our online business service center, your customers can pay online, they can check their payment history, they can save files, and request certificates and ID cards. Business owners can do business when it's convenient for them, 24 hours a day. At the Hartford, we feel that education and understanding of coverage are beneficial for our business owners. We've developed digital flashcards and our auto e-guide to help educate our policyholders on the coverages within their insurance policies. So let's talk about our appetite. What does the Hartford want to write? While other carriers are pulling out of the monoline market, the Hartford remains a strong carrier for monoline opportunities. We can write auto coverage by itself or in combination with the work comp or the BOP. We can cover up to 25 motorized vehicles. We love private passenger type vehicles like sedans and light trucks. We can also do heavy trucks and medium trucks with some specialized equipment. And remember, for the auto line of coverage, we can write a policyholder who is new in business. Our commercial auto product is another example of the superior value that we deliver at the Hartford. 30 years ago, the Hartford was the first insurance company to dedicate an entire group to protecting small business. Now we serve more than 1 million small businesses. We are proud to be the market leader today. So thank you for your time. I hope that this has helped you to understand why the Hartford is the best choice for your clients. Here are a few things that I want you to remember at the end of the seminar. We can go up to 25 power units. We can write auto when it's new in business. If you have good drivers with good MDRs, you'll get better pricing. We reward safe decisions, accident forgiveness, fender bender forgiveness, autos equipped with safety features. Okay, so I'm going to close with a challenge to those agents who are on the phone. I'd like to see each of you find 3 auto opportunities that you can target to send to Stuckey for rating with the Hartford. And the first 10 submissions that are eligible for our program, we're going to reward a $5 gift certificate to Subway, so we'll buy you lunch. Dwight, any closing words that you want to?
Right, so these are our Stuckey Company contacts for commercial lines. Kerry Stuckey is my brother, and he's one of the underwriters here. That's his email address and his extension, as well as Kyle. They're both in the office right now, so they just heard the challenge. And so if you send it in, make sure that you mention that you were on the webinar so we can give you credit for that. Here's our mailing address, our web address, our phone and fax number. And basically I'd like to take some questions if we can. I know one question that I've had a lot is, well, one is, do we write in Florida? And we do write commercial auto in Florida. Sometimes we'll have the same wind restrictions for commercial property, but we do write commercial auto in Florida. Another is about long-haul trucking, and we do not write long-haul trucking, but we can write, if I'm not wrong, the power passenger vehicles.
Yes.
For those trucking accounts.
Yes,
right?
A lot of times truckers will take, the owners will have private passenger type vehicles, and oftentimes those are just lumped in with the long haul truckers that are on the schedule, which means they're paying a very high rate for those private passenger type vehicles. Hartford can pull those private passenger type vehicles off and put it on an auto policy with a symbol 7, so that we're only covering those specified vehicles that are listed.
So they take, the benefit is coverage and also price, right?
Right.
So is it strictly for small business?
So we can do monoline auto even in middle market, but in small commercial where you can have Kyle and Carrie rate for you, we can go up to 25 power units, and that's what's considered small business, up to 25 power units.
Okay. And that was my next question.
We're scrolling through some of the questions that you all have sent in so that we can answer them here while we're on the call.
We have 10 locations, but I'm based in Richmond, Virginia. So I have accounts with 50 vehicles, 3 accounts. With these fit the Hartford's appetite?
So it will depend on what the operations are, and since there are 50 vehicles, it would need to go to middle market, but if you submit the application to Kyle or Carrie, they'll get it into the Hartford's middle market underwriter for review.
And will you write a single auto risk?
We will.
Another question is, will we write sand and gravel haulers?
The Hartford does not write sand and gravel haulers.
No. And are we licensed to write in all of the states?
Yes.
So we write in all the states, and the new product is also filed in all states except
Missouri. Right.
Okay. And we just answered the question, but another one is, are we writing auto in Louisiana?
We are.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
Okay. So all states are eligible for commercial auto. And here.
I would put an asterisk, Hawaii and Alaska. We don't write a lot in either of those two states, but
Right. Okay.
the lower 48.
And are there any underwriting guidelines on the radius, like how far people can drive with it?
So we generally like to see local radius. We can get intermediate radius approved by underwriting for the right account. If you're looking at PPT, private passenger type vehicles that are used by sales staff, we don't even ask what the radius is on those. So because you realize that sales staff usually have a bigger footprint probably than 50 miles.
Okay. So is intermediate considered 100 miles?
Yeah.
And then anything that we don't want to look at?
We don't like the long distance. And intermediate would have to be reviewed by an underwriter for acceptability.
Okay, so over 250 miles or something like that would be?
I would say anything over 100 miles is going to be reviewed by underwriting.
Okay. Any adult transportation type stuff?
We do not like transportation of any people. Livery is not something we're able to do.
And is there any rating online available? At this point, I guess the answer to that is no. If the premium volumes are high enough, I guess we can look at them as a subcoded agent, and they would have access to ICON at that point, but on a one-off basis. What's the normal turnaround on underwriting a commercial auto account?
A day.
So about a day, 1 day. Dump truck, tow trucks.
We're not a market for tow trucks. If you have a dump truck that's on a schedule for a landscaper, we can look at those. But any other type of dump trucks, we're not a market for those unless it's tied to a landscaper.
Flatbed tow trucks?
No towing.
No towing.
Sorry.
Minimum number of vehicles per policy is 1.
Correct.
Limousine companies?
We are not a market for limo companies.
Or taxi cabs or anything like that, right? And then here's one, how do you submit it? You can just email the submission to Kerry at Stuckey.com, Kerry at Stuckey.com, or Kyle at Stuckey.com.
We've got some good questions.
Yeah. One of my clients is a hotel operation. He has 110 locations with a fleet of 52. Would that be a fit?
It would need to go to middle market to be reviewed by middle market. The question that they're going to want to know is there any transportation of people?
Right.
Because you find that sometimes with hotels to and from airports.
Will the MVRs be run?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an automatic, right? Any key contractors? And we'll limit it to just a couple more quotes.
So our targeted contractors are landscapers, electricians, lawn care, and we like HVAC. We really are geared at the artisan contractors, but we can do for a general contractor, we can do auto and do symbol 7 on it.
Okay. Just one more question. Will you email a copy of the webinar? And we are going to email a copy of the webinar and the recorded version of that. And I think I might have cut the first part of the recording off, but it has all of the Hartford training, all the important stuff is still on it. So with that being said, if you have any questions, any additional questions that we haven't answered, please ask them by email. I also get a copy of this, so we'll try to answer all of the remaining questions by email, or we'll give you a call and answer them by phone. And we will include the coverage sheet as well as the Stuckey Company programs page. So, Tracy, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And I'd like to thank all of our agents for coming as well. And have a great day.